But you gotta be there for me too.
Hey guys, Mosa here, and today I'm bringing you my next episode of Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. Now, if I'm not mistaken, we are going to day 2 of the trial, so without further ado, let's get started. December 27th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 3. Talking that, let's see. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Okay. Very well. Apparently the prosecution is also ready. Who is the judge here anyway? Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement. Very well, no opening statement, so... Not so fast, Judge. I was taking a meaningful pause before speaking. Right, of course. Prediction. Today's trial will end in 3 minutes from now. Okay. Order! Order! Mr. Von Karma, what is the meaning of your statement just now? Must you question everything? It will be over in 3 minutes. We have no time to waste. I'll call my witness now. Right. I call my witness, my decisive witness to the stand. It's the mysterious boat shop owner? Yep. Snot bubble. Witness, state your profession. Wake up, Gramps. I am the proprietor of the restaurant, Wet Noodle like Gold Lake. And also rent food. The night of the incident, you were in the boat rental shop, correct? Yep, I was. Please testify. Wait a second. We still haven't heard who this old guy is. Objection! That's right, Phoenix. Wait a minute. The witness hasn't stated his name yet. Because I did not ask him, Mr. Wright. I had predicted this trial will end in 3 minutes. What's with this guy? Stop asking trivial questions and cooperate. Yeah, right. The witness will state his name. Wake up, Gramps. Well, I'm not really sure, yep. What do you mean? My memory. Your Honor, the witness does not remember anything beyond the last several years. Ergo, he cannot recall his own name. And how can he be a witness if he can't even recall his own name and he has amnesia? He can't recall, you say? Yes, but the incident in question took place 3 days ago. He can testify. Very well. Let's hear his testimony then, shall we, witness? Alright, let's see, even though this guy shouldn't be a witness. It was the night of the 25th, just after midnight, yup. I was in the restaurant where I rent food as usual. Then I heard a bang, yup. When I looked out the window, I saw a boat just floating on the lake. Then I heard another bang. Just about then, the boat comes back to shore and a man walks by my window. Very well. I'd like to begin the cross-examination. Huh? There is nothing to question in my witness's testimony. Ergo, no need for cross-examination. Besides, there's only 10 seconds left before the 3 minutes are up. Judge, your verdict, now. Yes, Mr. Wright. Cross-examine. What are you saying? Of course I'll cross-examine the witness. Very well. You may begin. Excuse me, Mr. Von Karma? 3 minutes just passed. I see. Well, let's just take our time. You may cross-examine the witness. Okay, Von Karma's getting edgy. Okay, nothing wrong with that. Press that. Is there anyone who can verify that? Well, I guess Polly could. That's not good enough for a court of law. Mr. Wright. Mr. Wright. What? Mr. Wright. Exactly what's not good enough? Your Honor, this Polly is a parrot. Parrot? Don't be so hard on the girl, Keithy boy. Keith? The prosecution concedes that we cannot prove the witness was in the shop. Witness, please continue your testimony. Heard a bang. Well, actually, I gotta go back to that one. I'm gonna press that. And where did the bang seem to come from? Wake up! From the lake, I figure. Are you certain? Yep. Good. Continue. Was there someone in that boat? It was pretty far out there. I couldn't see clearly. But I figured there was 2 men out there, yep. But you couldn't see them clearly. Yep. At the time, that is. At the time. Then I heard another bang. Okay. So you heard 2 gunshots total. Yep. That's what Lotta said in her testimony yesterday. Then I welcome back. Sure, a man will. Okay. By your window? Yep. By my window, right outside the window of my little shack. Could you see the man's face? Well, the fog was pretty darn thick, but he was right there in front of me. I saw him. This is rather a rather important detail. Please add it to your testimony. I have a bad feeling about this. What is this, Star Wars? That man I saw. That man was the defendant. He was saying, "I can't believe he's dead." Are you sure? Uh-oh. Dad! Dead certain, Keith? He said, "I can't believe he's dead," as he was walking by, too. That's kind of decisive. Witness, Are you sure that person you saw was Miles Edgeworth? It was him and that Edgeworth boy! This sounds like decisive evidence indeed. I see no room for doubt. On karma. He lured me into cross-examining so he could set me up to for a fall? Just Nick, I don't like the way things are going. Everything in the courtroom, everyone in the courtroom is glaring at us. I better act quick, or this trial's gonna be over. Your Honor, we proved yesterday in the trial that it could not have been Edgeworth who fired that gun. Mr. Wright, are you referring to the fingerprints from Edgeworth's right hand found on the gun? And the photograph showing the man firing with his left hand? Exactly. That's easily explainable. He could have wiped his prints after he fired. Are you ignoring the truth of the matter here? Why would he wipe his prints and then not wipe his prints by grabbing it with the other hand? That doesn't make sense. Everything in this witness testimony is true. The judge is lost in thought. What should I do? Raise an objection. Your Honor, this witness claims that Edgeworth said, "I can't believe he's dead." But his word is all we have. If he were telling a lie, Mr. Wright, in a court of law, the evidence tells all. Apparently, you have yet to realize even this basic fact. If you say his testimony is a lie, show us proof. Nick, do we have evidence? It's no good. There's nothing I can do. Are you sure? To be honest, I don't know what to do anymore. Please. Can you hear me, sis? Please. We need your help. Nick needs you. This 30 minutes was perhaps too high of an expectation. Perhaps 15 minutes isn't bad. This must be a new record. Enough! The witness may leave the stand. Okay? This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial. Nor is there any need for more time to decide the case against the defendant. This case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts. What? No! This court finds the defendant Miles Edgeworth. Wait, did we seriously fail? The accused will surrender to the court immediately. To be held pending trial at a higher court within a month from today. State, did I fail? That is all. The court is adjourned. This can't be it. Wait! Huh? What happened? Who was that just now? Me! Huh? What? Larry! What are you doing here? Listen, yo, you gotta listen to me. I was there in the park the night of the murder. I wasn't sure about it until yesterday. But today I remembered it. Remembered what? The gunshot. I heard it too. Oh my god, did we just get saved? Order. What is the meaning of this? The verdict has been decided. I call for adjournment. One moment, Mr. Von Karma. So you say you heard a gunshot? Yeah, I did. A gunshot that night. I was sitting here in the audience listening to the testimony, and I realized something he said was different from what I remember. Anyhow, I can't just sit here and let you call Edgy a murderer. It's just not right. I'll testify. Let me testify. Ooh, thank you, Larry. Thank you. Order. Well, this is the first time something has happened like this in my court. I'm not quite sure how to proceed. Judge, you've already given your decision. The trial is over. Nick, this is it. Larry has given us one final chance at this. She's right. If it only wasn't Larry, he could make things even worse. Mr. Edgeworth was just declared guilty, Nick. Doesn't get any worse. You're right. Okay. Your Honor, if there's another witness, it is our duty to hear him speak. Right here, right now. A waste of time. The verdict cannot be overturned. Tell him to shut up. Allow me to speak my opinion. In all court proceedings, it is our duty to prevent an inaccurate verdict. In order to make sure no mistake has been made, every witness should be heard. What is this? I withdraw my previous verdict of guilty. Oh my god. Thank you, Mr. Von Karma. I order you to call this new witness to testify. Now. What? The court will adjourn for 5-minute recess. After that, we will hear this new witness. This court is adjourned. Oh my goodness, Larry! December 20, 10 a.m. Okay, whatever. Phew! That was too close. Sorry to keep you on the edge of your seat like that, Edgeworth. I've seen worse. Yeah, right, Edgeworth. You're sweating bullets. I just wonder what Larry plans to say in there. Larry was at the lake that night. Yes. He said he was looking for the Steel Samurai balloon that flew into the lake. Oh, right. And he found the balloon and the air tank that night. Yeah. Hey, Edgeworth? Huh? You say something right? Yeah, a lot of things. You seem out of it. What's wrong? It's nothing. Mr. Edgeworth, there's something I've been meaning to ask you. What's that? Why are your fingerprints on the murder weapon? Oh. When he fell into the lake, I went into a daze. I couldn't understand what had happened. I couldn't think straight. Then I saw the pistol lying on the floor of the boat in front of me. I picked it up without thinking. I didn't have a reason, really. I see. Right. Yeah? This might be our chance. Our chance? Von Karma has only ever run perfect trials. Perfect trials? Perfectly prepared witnesses. Perfectly complete evidence. That's the secret to his success. This is the first time he's ever had to deal with something unexpected. He has to let someone he hasn't even talked to testify before the court. And that someone is Larry. What are you getting at? It's like his testimony will be full of holes. Right. That's right, Nick. No 10-minute trial this time. We'll milk this one for all it's worth. Hey, it was 15 minutes. 15! Everything's on Larry now. Please, Larry, don't screw this up for us. Alright. This court is now back in session. Witness, please testify to the court about everything you saw on the night of December 24th. Right, leave it to me. Please, Larry, don't mess this one up. I hate to admit it, but you're our last chance. Oh, he's quiet. Juan Karma didn't even have time to prep his witness. I just hope Edgeworth is right about this being our big break. Hey, Larry. That night, I was out in the boat on the lake. I was looking for something, and I found it. So I quickly slipped the boat back in at the rental shop dock. Then, just as I was thinking about going home, I heard a bang. I looked out over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. So after I heard that single gunshot, I went home. And that's the problem, because both witnesses heard 2 gunshots. Why did he hear only 1? And wait, wasn't the wait 1 second. Wasn't it fired 3 times? It was. That means the murder could have taken place before, depending on when Larry heard that gunshot. Hopefully before? Wait, there's also a second photo taken before, isn't it? Oh my god, second photo taken at 11:50. Oh my god, I think I realized when the murder happened, but who? I don't know. That was an unusually vague testimony, even for this court. In any case, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine. You may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. What's wrong, Nick? It's Larry. I have no idea what he's going to say if I press him. I'm a little scared, and I think I already know what I have to press him on. Well, we've come this far. There's no way to go but forward, Nick. Okay. I don't even have to I think it was single gunshot. Right there. Now, what testimony? Is there a testimony in here? Okay, here we go. It has to be this. Objection! Yes! Wait a sec, Larry. What? You only heard 1 bang? You're sure? That's what I said. But Miss Lotta Hart testified yesterday that she heard 2 bangs. And the old man just now said the same thing. They both heard 2 gunshots that night. Were you even listening? Were you paying attention at all to what they said? Yo, Nick, please. Huh? Yeah, you know, something's been bothering me. I'm a witness, see? I'm like a customer here. So you gotta treat me nice and stuff, okay? Mr. Butts. What? You only heard one gunshot, are you sure? Well, to tell you the truth, I'm not sure. Huh? Not sure? How could you not be sure? Yeah, well, I might have missed the other gunshot. I was listening to something else. Something else? My radio, dude! With my headphones. Oh my god, what? Order! Order! And stop that booing. Mr. Butts, you were listening to the radio with your headphones? Yes, so what? That a crime? I listen to my radio. Everybody listens to the radio. What's the big deal? Well, probably at the time, but today I don't think a lot of people listen to the radio. Mr. Von Karma, your opinion? Waste of time. I do not accept this witness, nor his shoddy testimony. Well, Mr. Wright, should we continue the testimony? Continue. Your Honor, please allow the witness to continue his testimony. Nothing is more pitiful than a lawyer who doesn't know when he's lost. Very well, Mr. Butts. Please give your testimony and be sure to include details of like your radio. Right. Leave it to me. I wouldn't if there were any other way out of this, believe me. Okay. It was lonely being alone on Christmas Eve. That's why I was listening to an all-request show on the radio, see? I was listening to it real booming loud like. But I'm sure I heard that gunshot. I remember exactly what DJ was saying too when I heard it. Okay. You were listening to your radio at a high volume. Yeah, what's the big problem? Can a man listen to his radio in peace? Isn't this a free country? Unless we're in Japan, which laws are different from the US. I truly believe Larry has no idea what the problem is here. Judge, can you believe a word this witness says? What he heard was probably nothing more than a drum beat from the radio. True enough, it is difficult to believe this testimony. Exactly. Wait, Your Honor. The witness says he remembers exactly what the DJ said when he heard the gunshot. Excuse me? DJ? No, not DJ Dallas. An announcer, the guy who says things on the radio. Anyway, what this means, when he heard the sound, no music was playing. The DJ only talks when the songs, between songs. So he could have heard the gunshot from the lake. I'd like to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Wright. I can't believe I'm continuing this charade. Okay. Okay. Just checking. Can you prove that? No. Of course you cannot. You can't. No, I can't prove it. But I remember that moment real clear. I mean, while I was talking about it, it came back real clear to me, you know? Okay. What did he say? What did she say? Oh, it's a she, okay. Mr. Wright, please cease these pointless questions. What possible good could knowing what a DJ the radio DJ said to what do to us. Indeed, Mr. Von Karma has a point. I'll allow the question only if you see reason why we should care. We should care, Your Honor. Of course we should. Why? Well, how do you know if we don't ask? Fine, very well. Mr. Butts, please testify to the court. What was the radio announcer saying when you heard the gunshot? Just then she said, "Hey, it's almost Christmas," when I heard the gunshot. Do I have any evidence? I'm gonna guess it's this, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Yes! Larry, are you absolutely sure what you're saying is correct? Huh? What's that face? You look scary, dude. Hey, if you're trying to scare me, you better know I don't scare that easy. Is something the matter, Mr. Wright? Your Honor, did you hear what the witness just said? The DJ said, "Hey, it's almost Christmas," when he heard the gunshot. Indeed, and? Almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas. Do you realize what this means? When he heard the gunshot, it was still Christmas Eve. That would seem to be the case, yes. But he should have heard the gunshots after midnight. This photograph is irrefutable proof of this fact. Let's see. What was the time the photo was taken when the gun triggered Miss Hart's camera? 12:25. 00:15. 15 minutes after midnight on Christmas Day. This is a clear contradiction, Your Honor. Order! What does this mean? Two prior witnesses heard gunshots after midnight. However, this witness says he heard a gunshot before midnight. Judge, the answer is simple. The current witness is plainly mistaken. Just look at him. Suspicious. What? Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think about Mr. Butt's claims that he heard a gunshot before midnight? And I think Larry is right, because the gun fired 3 times, and we also have a photo with nothing. Larry's not mistaken, Your Honor. He heard that gunshot before midnight. Intriguing. I'm assuming you have evidence for this wild claim. Show me evidence there was a gunshot before midnight. And take that. Look at this photograph. This was taken by our witness yesterday, Miss Lotta Hart, with her automatic camera. The timestamp on the photo reads December 24th, 11:50 p.m. Oh. But there's nothing on the lake in this picture. Your Honor, the real issue here is not why nothing is shown in this photograph. It is why this photograph exists at all. Do you mean? Your Honor, this photograph was taken by an automatic camera. That camera was set to go off in response to loud noises. Aha! Correct. There was a loud noise on the lake at 11:50 p.m. That is why this photograph was taken. In other words, Larry had heard gunshot. It was most definitely still Christmas Eve. Indeed, it would seem that this is the case. That is the case. Then where does that leave us? Miss Hart testifies she heard gunshots after midnight. Are you claiming she was mistaken? Not at all, Your Honor. The fact that the camera triggered 15 minutes after midnight, Your Honor, that night there were 2 sets of gunshots, with a 25-minute pause between them, which murder could have happened in 25 minutes. Why would this be? Don't be fooled, Judge. That camera was set to respond to loud noises. Yes? Are you gonna say it's Gordy? There was no proof that the loud noise at 11:50 was a gunshot, except the gun says it was fired 3 times. Why? The witness could have sneezed and triggered the camera. Nope, that's not loud enough. Hey, my nose was clear that night, man. Clear. Well, Mr. Wright, there's no turning back now. Can you prove that the loud noise at 11:50 was indeed a gunshot? Please show the court evidence if you have any. 3 times! This is my evidence. The murder weapon? Something about this pistol was bothering me, Your Honor. Both the witness who testified yesterday heard 2 gunshots. However, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. When was that last shot fired? Only now have I realized the truth. I've realized it a long time ago. The 3rd shot was the shot Larry heard just before midnight. Order! Order! That would make sense of the evidence we've seen so far. However, this leaves me wondering exactly what did happen that night on the lake. Exactly. If this is true, there were 2 sets of gunshots separated by 25 minutes. One at 11:50 and another at 15 minutes after midnight. Why? I ask you why. Uh-oh, I think I better think of something quickly. Wait a second. Gunshots separated by 25 minutes? Ah! What's wrong, Nick? I have it. I have it. Have what? Huh? Remember the case with the Steel Samurai? Huh? Yeah, of course I remember. The murderer in this case had the same idea as the murderer in that case. What do you mean? Maya. Yes? If we don't figure this out now, we'll never overturn Edgeworth's guilty verdict. I've got a hunch. I'm going to run with it. Right, I mean, is this safe? Safe? We've already gotten a guilty verdict. We have nothing to lose. You just watch and let me know if I say anything that sounds fishy, okay? Right, Nick. Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Wright? The testimonies just now has cleared up this entire case. What do you mean, Mr. Wright? So, you finally realized the truth. There can be no other murderer than Miles Edgeworth himself. Wrong, Von Karma. The man was shot that night, but it wasn't Edgeworth who did the shooting. Listen, rookie. Take a deep breath and consider the facts. Look at the time of the murder. One boat was on the lake. This was shown by the witness's photograph. The defendant, Miles Edgeworth, and the victim, Robert Hammond, were on that boat. There was a gunshot fired on the boat and Robert Hammond fell into the lake. The distance of the shooting was a meter. It couldn't have been suicide. Well, the guilty party has to be the other man on the boat. I admit, it is hard to imagine any other possibility. Yes, but this assumes the victim was shot 15 minutes after midnight. What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright? We have photographic evidence the time of the shooting. The timestamp on the photo says 00:15. But Larry heard a gunshot 25 minutes before that. Robert Hammond was killed then, 25 minutes before the shot on the lake. That's the only way that Edgeworth could be innocent. Oh. Could it be the boat shop guy? Oh my god. Did I just figure this out? Mr. Wright, are you quite mad? Explain who these two men are on the boat. The murderer and Edgeworth. Of course, it was Edgeworth and the murderer. After the murderer killed Robert Hammond at 11:50, he assumed the guise of Mr. Hammond and met Edgeworth. What? Are you serious? Yes, Edgeworth won't tell us why he went to the lake that night. However, I have a hunch. That night, Robert Hammond called Edgeworth to the lake. Now, Edgeworth didn't know Robert Hammond's face that well. That's why he didn't suspect anything when the murderer took Robert Hammond's place. I'm not sure what to make of all this. Ludicrous. Mr. Wright, tell us the name of the murderer then. The murderer's name, right, it's... I don't know. Actually, I don't know the murderer's name. You don't know? Blah, again, you waste my time. I don't know because he's never told us. The murderer is the caretaker of the boat shop, that old man. At 11:50, he was the one who killed Robert Hammond. The caretaker of the boat shop? Where did he do this? There weren't any boats on the lake then. Why would he have to go all the way on the lake just to shoot someone? May I suggest the real scene of this crime was not on a boat? What? Well then, where did the murder take place? Show the judge where the murder took place, and right there. Here, of course, the boat shop where he lives. That way he could meet with the victim without anyone seeing. Do you have any proof that the boat shop was the scene of the crime? Recall Larry's testimony, if you will. That night he was out on the lake in a boat searching for something. He finds it and returns to the boat. Just as he's starting to head home, he hears a gunshot. He heard a gunshot, Your Honor, even though he was wearing headphones at the time. In other words, the gunshot was very, very close by. And where would that be if he had just returned the boat? The boat shop. Mr. Wright, what happened that night on Gourd Lake? Please tell the court from the beginning. Yes, Your Honor. Nick, are you sure about this? Not really. But I think if I start from the very beginning, and I take it slow, I might just be able to figure this out. That night, the caretaker of the boat shop called Robert Hammond to his shop. Oh. This was around 11:50. That was when the gunshot that Larry heard was fired. After that, the caretaker put Robert Hammond on Robert Hammond's coat. He became Robert Hammond. Then he got into the boat with Edgeworth and went out into the lake, in the middle of the lake. Then who fired the pistol on the boat, Mr. Wright? Him. Of course, it was the murderer who shot the pistol. He shot twice, but missed Edgeworth on purpose. Wait a minute. Yes. Why would he shoot twice if he didn't mean to hit anyone? Details. Know this, Mr. Wright. The moment you run out of explanations is the moment you lose. Tell us why the murderer had to fire twice. Create a witness. I believe he shot twice to create a witness, Your Honor. Create a witness? The murderer lifts his pistol and fires one shot. That ensures that anyone who heard a gunshot would look at the lake. Indeed, Miss Hart did exactly that after hearing the first gunshot. Next, the murderer waits a bit and he fires again. Then, he jumps into the lake. The murderer jumps from the boat himself, leaving the pistol in the boat behind. I see. To someone looking from the edge of the lake, it would appear that one of the men on the boat had shot the other. The murderer didn't know about the automatic camera, of course. That's why he shot twice to draw attention to the boat. Once you realize everything else falls into place. The boat shop caretaker swam to his shop. Then he put Mr. Hammond's wet coat back on the body and threw the body into the lake. This is what happened, Your Honor. These are the events that transpired that night on Gourd Lake. Why is everyone so quiet? Oh, okay. Bailiff, bring out the witness from before. Boat shop caretaker, quickly. Very well. While we are waiting for the caretaker, I would like to ask the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, a few questions. Mr. Edgeworth, please take the stand. Okay, what's happening? Mr. Edgeworth, you heard what the defense has said? Yes. Well, why did you go to the lake that night? What Wright has said was mostly correct. Astonishingly so, actually. Yes. Several days ago, I received a letter. The letter was signed by Robert Hammond. He asked me to come to the boat shop by the lake at midnight on Christmas Eve. He said he had something important to discuss with me. Something important? I'm sorry, I can't say what it was. Your Honor! Sir! Bailiff, we are conducting trial here. I ask that you remain quiet. The witness has disappeared. He isn't at the boat shop either. What? What should I do? Find him, quickly! We cannot allow him to get away. Oh my god, he's running. Oh no. Mr. Von Karma, your witness has disappeared. A search warrant has already been issued. Hmm. It goes without saying that I cannot declare a verdict under these circumstances. I will extend the trial until tomorrow, the final day allowed. I request that the police department utilize all its forces to find the witness. Am I understood? One more thing. Just who is the boat shop caretaker? I think his identity has become very important to this trial. I want him. I want to know who he is. Very well. Court is adjourned. Oh my god, he took off running. He knows he's guilty. December 27th, 1:22 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 2. Yay, Nick, you did it! Yeah. Well, at least we got out from under that guilty verdict. And what about Larry? That was something else. Even Von Karma didn't know what to do with his testimony. Larry really helped us out. Sure, once I sifted through his unique testimony. Still, he did save us. I just wish our cases weren't so down to the wire all the time. Yeah, I imagine that's gonna be for every case in the future. I know what you mean. Sometimes I feel like it's us on trial instead of our clients. Hey, Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth? Did you say something? Don't look so panicked. I mean, it looks like you're probably gonna get off the hook. You could try to smile just a little, relax. I'm sorry, but I fear it is not over for me yet. What do you mean? Right. There's something that has been troubling me for a long time now. And I don't know whether or not I should tell you. Edgeworth? No, there's so little time left. I want to tell you, but to get this off my chest, but I can't make up my mind. What is it about? What is this about, Edgeworth? It's about a nightmare I've had. A memory of a crime that I committed. A crime you committed? A memory of a murder. What? Don't cliff. No! That is such a cliffhanger. Well, it looks like we're just going to be doing the investigation in 2 weeks. So, thank you guys for watching. I hope you liked this episode. So, this was interesting. And without a further ado, like, subscribe, and I'm out.